Hello, everyone. Today we're going to do some kitchen experiments to look at the physical and chemical properties of matter. And I have a very special lab assistant today. Can you tell them your name?
My name is Elizabeth.
Little Elizabeth. Okay.
No, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Okay. And she goes by Beth usually. So we're going to use Oreo cookies to look at the physical and chemical properties of matter. So let's start with physical properties. What are physical properties? Well, physical properties are things like the shape of the Oreo. Can you tell me what shape this Oreo is?
Oval.
Oval or a circle? Yeah. Can you tell me what color it is?
White and brown.
Right. Yeah, white and brown. Good job. What about, how does it feel? Is it bumpy or is it smooth?
Bumpy.
Bumpy. So things like the texture, the color, the shape are physical properties. Another example is temperature. I can't really take the temperature of this cookie. You'll also have to trust me that it's 75 degrees like the rest of this room. The size. Hey, lab assistant. She found a broken piece of cookie. Could you tell me how long this Oreo is, Elizabeth? Hey, lab assistant. What number is right here?
1.
That's 1. And what number is that?
2.
So it's between 1 and 2, which means this is 1.5 inches wide. So it's 1.5 inches wide diameter. So we're going to do some physical changes now. One really easy physical change. It's really hard to change the color or the texture, but we can change the size. We can change the size by applying some mechanical stress to the Oreo cookie. So can you apply some mechanical stress to that cookie?
No.
I think you can. I think you can hit it. Can you hit it as hard as you can? Hit it harder. Hit it harder. Yeah, there we go. So we can change the size just by hitting it. Now we've made lots of small Oreos. Do we make a little bit of a mess there? Yeah, we did. One other physical property, go ahead, one of the physical changes, hang on a second. One of the ways we can change the size is by dissolving it. So we have hot water and cold water. Place your bets. Which one do you think is going to dissolve it faster? Do you want to put the Oreo in the cold water or the hot water?
Both.
Both of them? Okay. So my lab assistant is okay, let's see which one dissolves faster. So dissolving, that one sunk right to the bottom. Dissolving sounds like it might be a chemical property, but this is a physical property because we're just changing the size. We're not changing anything else.
That one did too.
So it looks like they're both dissolving. Oreos can dissolve very well.
Ooh.
I don't know if you guys could tell, but I think the hot water is dissolving it much faster than the cold water. So which one changed colors, Beth? Yeah, so we had the video pause for just a little bit. It's long enough for her to finish her snack here. You can see that the hot water completely dissolved this one, but almost no dissolving here. Well, when I poke it, it does dissolve. So we'll talk about later why hot water dissolves faster than cold water, but the point is that we're changing the physical property, we're changing the size of the Oreo. Let's talk about chemical properties now. So chemical properties of the Oreo, when I say chemical property, that means I'm talking about what it's made of. So if I'm going to make a physical change of an Oreo, I have to change the Oreo chemically. I have to change what it's made of.
There's only one.
There's only one left. We're going to save that for our last experiment. Okay, Beth? So if I want to know what chemicals make up an Oreo, I can just look at the back of an Oreo package and look at the ingredients. Sugar. Shouldn't be surprised that Oreos have sugar in it. That's actually most of what it's made of. Flour, and then stuff like iron, thiamine mononitrate, folic acid, palm and or canola oil, cocoa, high fructose corn syrup. Lots of sugary stuff in here. The list goes on and on. Lots of ingredients. So if I want to make a chemical change of an Oreo, I have to do something to change what this Oreo is made of. So we have over here just some standard white vinegar. So this is inside this beaker here is vinegar. So vinegar is known for dissolving things. I can dissolve things like dirt and grime with vinegar. I can clean things with vinegar. I'll just leave it on the table, Beth.
I need to dump it in the
She's going to dump it in the trash.
trash.
I have a very tidy lab assistant. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dunk this in the vinegar just in time. And we're going to see if we can make a chemical change with vinegar. We know that we can dissolve some things in vinegar. Let's see if an Oreo cookie there'll be a chemical reaction. If there's a chemical reaction, we see some fizzing and bubbling and some color changes. Do you want to dump it in there?
Yeah.
Just drop it in there. So Oreo cookie is not really reacting very well. And if it is reacting, it's reacting very slowly. But one thing that I know will change Oreo cookie chemically is with fire. My lab doesn't like fire very much. So these are already cooked. So in order to apply fire to these Oreos, it would mean I would be burning these. So I'm gonna burn these outside.
No, don't do it right now. Don't do like that for anymore. I don't like it.
I won't do it anymore
The
now.
house.
So I'm gonna take this outside, and my lab assistant doesn't really want to do it anyway. So can we say goodbye to our lab assistant? Say bye.
Bye, Guga.
Say bye, students.
Bye, students.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. So remember, to make a chemical change, I have to have some. Yes, I have to change the chemical properties, which means changing what this is made of. So when I burn this with fire, what's actually going on is that elements from the air and the cookie are combining, and it's actually combusting with each other, which means the oxygen is changing the elements inside the cookie. When you burn something, it tastes weird because it's not the same thing anymore. A burnt cookie is not the same as a regular cookie. And it's already smoking, which means it's burning. And the funny thing is, when you change chemical properties, in other words, I'm changing the flour and the sugar to something entirely different, I'm changing the physical properties as well. It's going to turn black. It's going to be more brittle. So yeah, we got a flaming Oreo right now. And so you would not want to eat this. It would not taste very good. So that is physical and chemical properties with Oreos. And now we're going to say goodbye for real this time. And remember, science can be yummy. No, it tastes bad. Bye-bye.